You're so good here at day 28 as I walk you into my garden. I think there might just be some fresh plums to harvest for my breakfast. And look, those sunflowers will soon be out. So I'm going to place you down here and read you lesson 86. So we can continue our lessons. Hang on, wait there. There we go. Sit here, Cookie. We'll let our neighbour take his car out once more. Been very noisy this morning, hasn't it, Cookie? Started cutting things very early. So here's a word which is quite poignant. If everybody could see. So these ideas are the review for today. Only God's plan for salvation will work. It is senseless for me to search wildly. Ooh, let's sit down, Cookie. And take that clove out of my mouth. Come on then, if you want to sit there and cuddle up. You're so funny. So only God's plan for salvation will work. It is senseless for me to search wildly about for salvation. I have seen it in many people and in many things, but when I reached for it, it was not there. I was mistaken about where it was. I was mistaken about what it is. I will undertake no more idle seeking. Only God's plan for salvation will work, and I will rejoice because his plan can never fail. And these are some of the suggested forms for applying the idea specifically. God's plan for salvation will save me from my perception of this. You become very adaptable when you're working for God. There is no exception in God's plan for my salvation. Let me perceive this only in the light of God's plan for salvation. So that's what we'll mull over this morning. And we do our 15 minutes of meditation. And then this afternoon, see, le filet de pensée. Holding grievances is an attack on God's plan for salvation. Holding grievances is an attempt to prove that God's plan for salvation will not work. Yet only his plan will work. By holding grievances, I am therefore excluding my only hope of salvation from my awareness. I would no longer defeat my own best interests in this insane way. I would accept God's plan for salvation and be happy. So specific applications for this idea might come in these forms, or might simply be in these forms. I am choosing between misperception and salvation as I look on this. If I see grounds for grievances in this, I will not see the grounds for my salvation. This calls for salvation, not attack. So there you go. It's very short. We're going in, aren't we, Cookie, to take our breakfast, and then taking advantage of this covered morning to walk the dearest Cookie so he can get some exercise. Okay, up you get. We still haven't taught you how to turn this video off, but turn around, Cookie, and bow. Turn around. Turn around and bow. You just put your bottom in the camera. You do it the other way around. We love you all, and just realise that salvation will make everybody sweet and sound.